Hello people of the internet. Today we are going to continue exactly where we left off yesterday. Just a quick reminder, we were working on the fedora-review tool, which is used to review every package that is going to be in the official Fedora repositories. So it's a very important package, a very important tool, and the problem is it doesn't have any active maintainers, so it's a problem to keep it up to date. But even worse, when there are contributions via pull requests, and even if somebody reviews and merges them, nobody knows how to release the tool. The latest release was several years ago, I think, and if I'm not mistaken, it was done by me, and it was done as a re-release of the previous release, but with a downstream patch included, so not an actual upstream release. So yesterday we started working on figuring out how to do a proper upstream release for this project. We got quite far. We started writing documentation and so on, and we got stuck while running the tests because they are failing. A lot of them are failing, and we are trying to figure that out. So let's continue. Okay, good. All right. So we can take a look here. We know that we can run the tests like this. I should probably make the font larger. We can run the test, one of the tests like this, all tests without the parameter. Now this will take a few seconds and then it will fail because PatchN is obsolete. This is, of course, by the way, my neighbors are drilling to the walls again, and this should be the last day of the repairs, so hopefully it won't bother us in the future. But yeah, you know how it's with the repairs, it's always longer than expected. Anyway, this is of course a typical issue. The old spec files used to have patch 0 like this, and now it is expected to do patch space 0 or 1 or 2 or something like that. So this is of course trivial to fix when you know what spec file is being used. The tests use some magic, and I have no idea where this spec file comes from. This log of course doesn't work, it's empty, and we cannot put a debugger into the tests because they need to capture the input. So yeah, it's fun. So let's take a look at maybe this file, this line, and start from there. So it is a Fedora review, and the file is named review helper. This one, I will make the font larger. Is this the same size as the terminal? I'm not sure. Hopefully. Alright, so line 249 is this one. Can't parse spec file. Now I'm thinking, is it possible, is this empty, or is this, or it doesn't exist? It exists, it is just empty. It is possible that this it mentions wrong log, because this is basically a log that would be populated when I run the command. But is it possible that the tests put the log file on a different place? Find here grep log. So we seem to have some logs here. What was the fedora-review log? So if we grab for fedora-review log here, nothing. This is this. There is test results. I don't know if we, for example, this. Okay, this is not useful. Build state root. This is mock logs. That's not. Yeah, that's not useful for us. Test. Maybe TMP here. We'll find here. Are those the ones which? No, those are different ones, right? Because this is nested under TMP. Maybe we can take a look also here, but yeah, that's not useful. And this doesn't seem to be useful either. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking, is it for us possible to print some information here? Do run. What does the do run do? Okay, I don't want to lose it. So this is the same file. We will open it in the other buffer under window, review helper, and do run. Download URLs, check write report, make report, processing bug on URL, URL bug. Okay. So is it possible to download the spec file from somewhere and therefore it cannot therefore we cannot find it here to fix it? I mean, can we put the debugger here? By the way, see this %sign, this means we are inside of site packages in my system, not the actual git repo, so I cannot modify this file. We need to open it again. This is review helper, but from source here. And let me kill this one so that we don't accidentally open it. So now we are in the git repo. Can we put a debugger here, or it will not work for the test? Like that. I don't have -s, but yeah, we tried -s the last time and it failed. So yeah, the debugger is there, but we don't wait for the output, for the input, sorry. If we open run tests, yeah, I experimented with this and tried to put the -s here, but I think it will just trace back with a different exception. So that's why we, yeah, see, it's traced back on the flush, and yeah, this is, I don't know why this is a weird problem, but okay. We cannot use debugger then. Then we will do printf debugging. I don't care. So check this out. We will do print AA, print bb, and we'll put a log line into every branch of this control flow, and we will do shoot cc PE, PE, and so on. Ooh, oops. Sorry about that. Now, this is useful because when we run this, we will know exactly into what branch we fold or fell. I don't know what's the right proper English term. Anyway, and don't tell me we don't see any outputs, for God's sake. This eats our outputs too? Well, this is just great, isn't it? Can we... What tests are we running? We are running test checks. Checks. This one. Can we... Okay, so I expected here to be the capture, whatever keyword is for that, and it isn't here, so... Is it here, or... I don't know what's the keyword. It's something like capture, or... No. I don't understand why we cannot use the debugger. I cannot understand why it eats our output. Review text. Can we try one more find? Oh, it takes the not lock. That's not it. Maybe it needs to print the AA, right? That's given. So maybe we can try to search for AA. No AA. Yeah, so it definitely eats the output. And we know that because when we put a debugger here, it got to the debugger and traced back because of the debugger. So this line definitely happens. It just eats the output, which is really unfortunate. What can we do? Since we don't have any logs, should we just try to understand what is happening? I don't like that at all. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's happening. I just want to have it working. Run spec. Run spec. This is the spec. Test case. Work there. Groups. So if we find here Ruby Ratsatsa, okay, so we are in the tests and Ruby Ratsatsa is here, and if you tell me that this file has the wrong patch, I will be very furious. So it's here. Alright, is this a file that's inside of Git repository? Git log follow, maybe this file. There is probably something smarter, but yeah. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be inside of the Git repo. And we can make sure if we open it, ruby spec, ruby rats, it's here, right? Somewhere here. Upstream unpacked, is Serpum unpacked? Oh, okay. Is this inside of Git repo? Ruby rats, Serpum doesn't seem to be either. We can make sure if we go to files here, and we can go to test, and we can ruby rats, but the Serpum is here. The Serpum is here. So, and this is the results. Okay. So, if we edit this, I know we should increment the release, but I'm not going to, because I don't know if something depends on the release version or the release number actually. But let's do patch 0 like this and save this. Oh, don't tell me I cannot save this. Oh, that's just annoying. Test rats, if we open it again, it's not edited. Okay, so Emacs cannot actually edit inside of the source RPM. Ah, that's bad. Can Vim do it? I guess not. So test ruby rats, Vim test ruby rats, once again ruby rats, and no, what the hell is going on? Alas, Vim should have support for this as, oh, it doesn't. Okay, I thought, okay, I know Vim can open tarballs, and I thought on Fedora it can actually open this. Okay, that's just annoying. So we will have to go here, and we will have to extract the contents of the source RPM. And I don't remember how it's done, but it's easily Googleable. So extract Serpum, and there is a gist for that. So probably this one, yeah, this is the exact one. So, and we have our source RPM, which is this one. Now check this out. We have the patch, we have the spec, we have the tarball, and it's mixed in all of this other files, so it's a bit messy, but that doesn't matter. Now we can edit the spec file, and now we can rpm build bs the spec file, which fails, of course, because it tries to use my home directory rpm build sources, and we have the sources in this exact directory. So we need to redefine the top tier macro, I think. rpm build top tier macro, or top tier. So no, we actually need to define the source tier macro. rpm build macro, define macro, this is it. So we need something like this, but define a macro that is, yeah, that's a good question. What's the syntax? Macro defined, defines macro with value expression. So I guess if we take a look at my rpm macros, okay, so we basically need to define the name and space and the path, like this. And by the way, I hope there wasn't anything secret in the file. Let me check again. No, just some experiments. Good. Okay. So we know we need to define a source there, and we know it needs to be this directory. Good. We have our source rpm. It still built it inside of my home directory, or produced it inside my home directory, because we would need to probably define the source rpm there to this directory as well. But never mind, we can copy this to here. So if we git status, no, I would expect the source rpm to be changed, to be modified here. That's weird. Anyway, if we open the, oh, oops, we have, yeah, check this out. So it has a different FC, it has different disk tag. So maybe we should, I don't know, rm the old one and move this one as the old one. I know this is, it shouldn't be done this way. We should have incremented the release number and kept this, but I'm afraid we will need to change more of the tests wherever. So I try to avoid this as possible. Okay, so this file modified, good. If we take a look at the file, at the spec file, it has the patch 0 now. So this is good. What happens now? We want to run the tests. Tests, this one, but we need to probably be here. Okay, please, please, please. So this failed. Perfect. Why? Can't parse spec file. That's because I'm just an idiot person. Am I not? We were working on the Ruby RAC, RACC, RAC, I don't know, I don't care. We were working on that one, but the tests we are actually running is free solid. So free solid, we will need to test that one as well. But maybe we can try the Ruby one for a second, just to see if it passes or not. This looks promising, I guess, because my understanding is it probably parsed the spec file, and now it's probably running fedora-review on that, and fedora-review uses mock, so it takes a bit of time. So this taking a long time is a good sign. Maybe it will fail anyway for an unrelated reason, but I think we fixed the PatchN problem, which means we will have to clean up first, because we have some noise in the repo that we did while fixing the spec file. We will need to clean that up. And then we will need to go through every source RPM in that, for every source RPM in that tests directory, and fix the patch. Now, how long is this? Not too long. Looks like, I don't know, five files maybe. That's reasonable. We can jump to a different pane, and okay, so we are in an internal directory, but we are just grabbing mock here, so nothing secret. To be sure, I will go from this clean and try to grab mock once again. So check this out. We are running mock for Fedora 42. For some inexplicable reason, it's i386, but it doesn't really matter. And we are doing some Ruby stuff in it. So it is definitely, this is definitely related to that test. Oh, by the way, it succeeded. Oh, nice. We are moving forward. That's good. I guess this is, yeah, this is done now. If we run the solid one again, it will fail again. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, once this finishes, so let's do the cleanup. So we were in this directory, in the Ruby rats directory. If we git status here, this is modified and this is not tracked. So we don't want this to be tracked. And we will remove, maybe not RF, just in case. If we do this is a directory, right? And we need to rmrf this. Okay, so this one is modified. We did that intentionally. Nothing else is modified. We also have the test Python file. I think this one. No, some of the files have what? Some of the files have the prints, git grep print AAA or just RG because it's not git committed, print AAA, and we need to do it this way, and we need to do it in no, come man, no. Okay, so we need to kill our certs. For some reason, this is open, or maybe spec is spec. I see it when switching, but I don't see it when killing the buffer. Spec, this one. Kill anyway, yes. Okay, so now, okay, good. It's closed. It was the spec file that was open from within the source RPM, which couldn't be saved. And therefore, it complained when trying to open Magit and stuff like that. So that's what happened here. Anyway, I wanted to... This is good. Where is it? Here. This one. So this has only useless debugging changes. We can throw them away. Good. Now here we talked about free solid, right? Come on, free solid. Which means test case free solid. I guess if we go one directory up, and here we should have the free solid one. The same situation. So let's jump to the free solid directory. What was the command? It was RPM. No, it was this one. We can do asterisk so we don't have to change it every time. Now we have a lot of stuff here. We need to edit. By the way, I'm using Vim. This is just for the video because I have alias E for Emacs client, but sometimes it glitches and shows my email client, and I don't want to show you my email client, so that's why I'm using Vim here. Anyway, somewhere we call the patches here. We need to do this. This looks reasonable to me. It has 8 patches defined, and we changed all of the 8 patches, so that looks good. RPM build BS, free solid spec. And you know what? We can define the source there as well, the source RPM there as well, so we don't have to copy that. D here as well. Let's build it. We created it. However, it's the same problem as before. If we ls everything that is source RPM, we have 2 of them. I want it like this. And check this out, this is in the Git repo, this isn't. So we need to remove the old one, and we need to move the new one to the old one. Git status here, it's changed. Therefore we can run the tests again. If we go back and test free solid. Okay, hopefully this will take time. We can grab mock. It is doing something in the free solid. So, okay, this is doing stuff. I will go pee. Okay, so this is still running, which is a good sign, of course. I'm afraid this will be too slow, however, to test everything like this. We will try to take a look while this test is running. Let's jump to Git fedora-review and find everything in tests, which is a source RPM. Oh my, this is a lot of source RPMs. That's not good. Okay, so we know the results is also not interesting. We can grab the results, but this is still a lot of stuff. This is still a lot of stuff. Okay. We would have to go. We would have to go one by one. For example, here, and we would need to check if it has a patch. This doesn't, fortunately. We will need to go another one and check if it has a patch. This one doesn't, fortunately. Okay, so it is a lot of spec files, but maybe not as many with patches. Hopefully, I don't want to go through all of them and need to replace the patch. Need to replace the patch. I mean, fix the patches. Anyway, this is starting to get boring on a video though, because it will be a lot of waiting, it seems. So my plan is, once we confirm this is working, this free solid test, then I will turn off the video, run all the tests, which will take hours probably, and then I will fix all of the issues regarding to patches on my own of the recording, and then we will start a new hour in life of Fedora developer episode, and that episode will start from all the patch issues being fixed, and we will take a look on new sort of issues that we'll find here. And if there will be no more issues, then we will finally do the release. That will be good, I think. Because I don't want to sit here and like take a look at the screen and hope it finishes soon. I will just run all the tests during the night, or I will run the tests and go for a walk or something like that. Maybe, just maybe, I will even do some other work while the tests are running. Let's just take a look here. And no, I wanted to see if the mock is still running. Yeah, the mock is still running. It's doing some repo query stuff for glibc. I don't know what free solid is, so I have no idea how long it should take to compile. Maybe we can open a Koji build and see what was the build time there. Here, build by build. Where is the build time? I thought it shows build time. Anyway, if we open root log, for example, it doesn't show time either. Oh my god. Mock output maybe nothing. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? This is DNF. This won't show us any valuable timestamps. 3D collision detection library sounds like a big package that is going to take a long time, but I don't know how to confirm. Like do they have any copper repositories that would be maybe easy? Free solid. Free solid. Maybe let's try to search by package name. This is node packages. That shouldn't be it. Builds, maybe packages. Free, but I've seen it here. Builds, free solid. Build time 3 minutes. Sure seems like our free solid package, right? Package doesn't work. It works good. Sure seems like our free solid package. And it was built in 3 minutes in Copper. Of course, Copper has a different VMs for building than my machine, so my machine might be faster, slower, I'm not exactly sure, but it shouldn't be 10 times slower or faster. I would expect something similar to those 3 minutes. We are still DNF repo querying something, but different thing than the last time. Previously it was glibc, now it's glibc, but some other library. Okay, I have no clue how long this will take. It's still running, it's still being successful until proven otherwise. Let's just cut the video right here. I'm going to do some other stuff that I need to do, and we will continue with this tomorrow. Alright, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.